Hi. I usually, in a group like this, would love to go live on Mondays, but this week has just gotten away from me, and I can't believe it's Wednesday already. Happy Wednesday. Cheers. Midday coffee. That's the stuff. Okay. All right. So we are here to do our little weekly check in. Not little, it's big. It's big, a big weekly check in. Hello. I am sporting, just in case you're like, what is that t shirt she's wearing? One of my clients here locally are called Cycle Brewing. And this is their logo. And we actually shot a reel this morning explaining why this is their logo. So go follow Cycle Brewing on Instagram, and you'll, if you're interested, because it was a really funny story. The owner, Doug and Tara, my good friends, are the owners, and they're great, and Doug is very funny. Okay. Good to see everybody. Hi, hello. You guys know I love live commenting. So if you have any questions throughout this that you need to toss my way, do so, and I can see them in the comment section and I can answer them. But I wanted to take a minute to talk about something that I realize is one of those blind spots to most people in social media marketing, right? So we're in this group because we want to learn how to use social media to grow our business, to scale our business. I almost said we want to learn social selling, but I also wanted to say social media marketing at the same time, and my mouth was like, shush. So social selling is one way to say it, right? All that means is that we're using social media to sell a product or a business. Now, once again, you've heard this a million times, but I'm going to say it again. People don't buy things, people buy people, right? People don't buy coaching courses, people buy people. So you really have to pay attention to the way that you're presenting yourself. You have to show up on social media. You have to be conscious of how you're showing up on social media and how you're presenting yourself, because that's ultimately when people are going to get out their credit card and make that purchase, right? And so I think a major blind spot, now we're talking about Threads, but we're also talking about other social media platforms. So I just want to say that right off the bat. So we're talking about Threads because it's a new platform. And anytime there's a new platform, especially a platform designed by Meta, there's a lot of opportunity in the beginning to grow quickly. The platform doesn't usually, in these cases, they are just shoving people out in front of people that they've never seen before. We definitely have seen that in Threads. They're about to drop a new feature called the following feed, which is a feature, you can do this on Instagram, where you have a home feed where you only see the people you're following. What's the other one called? The other feed is the one in which, what's it called? For your feed. So it's like a for you page. So it's like, you seem to like a lot of motorcycles. Here's a bunch of motorcycle influencers that you might want to follow, right? Or if you're Marcus and you like a lot of plants or fellow hippies, here's a bunch of plant dad and hippies. Sorry, that's a callback to a joke that I don't think was even landed that funny, but I thought was funny. Okay, so I digress. Anytime a new social media platform is released, there's a lot of opportunity to leverage there and becoming big on that platform quickly. Yeah, hippies. Tiffany, I don't know if you're here. I really can't see the names of the people who are commenting because I'm in StreamYard. However, Tiffany is if you guys aren't following Tiffany on Threads, go follow her because her content is really cool and thought-provoking. She is the Tiffany Taylor Show. I'll show you what it looks like. She's in this group. Very cool stuff about art and innovation and tech and the metaverse and Mars and that kind of cool stuff. But oh my gosh, Tiffany, look at that. Look at that. You're 100. You're under 100 away from 2,000 followers. That's huge. So the Tiffany Taylor Show, no, I didn't do, nothing went wrong. That's her right there. She had virtually no following on Instagram. And what I mean by that is she may have had a few followers, but she hadn't been posting on Instagram at all. So these almost 2,000 followers, she has gained all organically from Threads. They haven't come over from Instagram at all. And how did she do it? Well, she is consistent. Now I'm going to sound like a broken record if you like hang out in this group for a while. She consistently posts. I would really be interested to know how many times she posts a day. and she stays within her niche. Now we're going to talk about this because I want to talk about the blind spot that I think most business owners have with social media marketing. She consistently posts. She stays within her niche. She's one of my clients. So we had a coaching call yesterday. So we talked about it. She also makes sure she stays in touch with the breaking news in her niche, right? So she's not only just dropping thought-provoking content, she's dropping news articles. She's also doing things like saying good morning every morning, and people seem to be responding big time to her just saying good morning. Sometimes she puts like a funny GIF. Sometimes it's a picture of her in a banana cow costume. She's definitely like a big, bright personality, but what she's done smart, and of course she hired a coach. I'm pat myself. I'm just kidding. But she hired a coach to help her figure out her branding and help her sort of hone in her uniqueness. And then she leads with that. Okay. So some of you aren't leading with that. Some of you are like trying to do this thing where you're playing small. What I mean by playing small is like, let's say that you are really bad. You know that you do dig giant earrings or like thick glasses, or you have something about you stylistic that's cool, but you're playing small. You're not showing up on social media like that. You're not going to stand out, right? Let's say you don't stand out in any way, the way that you look visually, but you do have like an intense knowledge of like vintage records or something, and you're not incorporating those quirks, those special unique sort of gifts that you have to like understand that into your niche. Now you might say, okay, Tara, I sell a skin product, but you want me to incorporate my love for vintage music into my skin? Hell yes, I do. Because you're not only going to reach people who want their skin to look better, but you're going to reach people who love that music as well. So therein lies maybe the challenge, is like, how do you input your specific personality and all your quirks? Now, I would recommend really thinking about how you dress and how you show up that way as well, because we really are attracted. We're visual creatures, right? I mean, think about the peacock, ladies and gentlemen. The peacock alone tells you that we're all very visual creatures, right? Oh, there's a reason I curl this hair. There's a reason I wear headbands and makeup and earrings, right? I could show up without any of that, and that would be okay. But it's just a little bit more fun and eye-catching. And at the end of the day, even on a platform like Threads, you're going to want to catch some eyes. Okay, so I digress. Again, I want to go back and talk to what I started with, which is the blind spot. The blind spot that most of us have, I'm going to put myself in the mix because I'm learning every day. But the blind spot that most of us have is that we're an expert in what we do. And so therefore we assume everyone else knows a lot more about that thing than they do. All right, I'm going to say it again. We're an expert in what we do. You're an expert in what you do. And so I know you're over there doing this because I do it, are assuming that your followers know a lot more about that thing than they do. And you're not showing up with just simple stories and anecdotes and truths to help them lean in a little bit more each day. You're showing up, some of you, especially a lot of people in network marketing with different products, they're showing up and they're like, here's the whole book, right? Like, here's everything I've ever known about the skin product I sell. This is actually my You Are a Badass planner, but you know what I'm saying, right? Here are all the statistics. Here are all the facts. Here are all the reasons. But listen, there's a lot of skincare. There's a lot of collagen. There's a lot of clothing. There's a lot of leggings. You can get some bomb ass leggings right now on Amazon. I'm telling you, right? So how then, instead of showing up with dumping all the information and being like, this product's the best because I like it, right? Nobody cares. How then do you show up to answer the questions that your followers have? Not the questions that you think they have, or not even the questions that you know they have, right? but the questions that you think they have. And what I mean by that, I'm sorry, but the questions that they actually have. I just contradicted myself. Blech. But the questions that they actually have. And there's ways to figure this out. Oh, somebody's trying to leave a comment. I can't see it. No, don't hide it. There's a lot of collagen. That was the comment. Yes, of course there is. There's a lot of it. People don't buy products. People buy you. Why are they going to buy you or the product from you? Because they like, know, and trust you. This is old as old can be, right? This is old as what's his face is make friends and influence people. Influence people and make friends. Dale Carnegie. This is old as Dale Carnegie stuff. If you haven't read that book, that's what you need to do right away if you're in any kind of sales. And we're all in sales. Even stay-at-home moms are in sales. Stay-at-home moms trying to sell a vacation to their husband, trying to sell why they bought the new Louis Vuitton, right? Trying to sell, like, we're all in sales. So Make Friends and Influence People is a brilliant book. If you haven't read it, definitely do it immediately. Still stands up, written a long time ago. But instead of continuing to go on social media and either shove facts and information people's faces or answer the questions that they have, right? Because they have these, because they don't know. You need to answer the questions they actually have. And so how do you acquire those questions? I know I hear you. I hear you asking me, like, Tara Q, great. I hear you. Answer the questions they actually have. So how do I acquire those questions? Okay. You can use the World Wide Web for one. You can use something, what is it called? AnswerThePublic.com. Answer the Public. I'm going to just test it. Public.com. Is this the one? Yeah, it's called Answer the Public. If you haven't heard of that before, it is free. And you get to type in, see, there are 3 billion Google searches every day, and 20% of those have never been seen before. They're like direct line to your customers' thoughts. Sometimes that's like something like, how do I remove a paper jam? Over time, it's wrenching fears. Sometimes it's something that simple. Sometimes it's, wrenching fears. So all you do is you come in here and you type in a prompt, and it's going to tell you all of the questions people have about that thing. So you type in like collagen, liquid collagen, and it's going to tell you all of the questions people are asking Google about liquid collagen. Now you can begin to create content, whether it be Threads, Instagram, Facebook, that actually answers the questions that people have. That's one tool. Another tool is to use something like ChatGPT or Google Bard AI, which I still want to do a live Zoom AI training with you guys soon. And go into ChatGPT and ask it. Now, ChatGPT stops its brain at 2021. So you do have to know that. It stops its brain at 2021. So anything that's come up since then is not going to be on ChatGPT. But I do believe Google Bard uses the internet and is up to date. Now, let me give you another hint of how to make things happen quicker. Instead of listening to me say these things and going, I've just been you, so I know. I'm going, I don't know what she's talking about. To answerthepublic.com, Bard, I still don't know what ChatGPT is, and leaving it there and walking away and never Googling what those things are is a mistake. You got to work smarter, not harder, right? Walking away and going, I don't know, I'm just going to post a picture of my leggings today again. No, that's not helping anybody. Nobody cares. Unless you're a butt influencer, a glute influencer, no one cares what your leggings looks like today. I'm sorry, they don't. I see nothing wrong with outfit of the day posts in your stories if you're just being fun and cute and it's filler content, but it's not selling anything. It's never going to sell anything, okay? I promise. I promise. So the people who are going to do well on Threads are the people who are going to be talking to their following about the thing they're an expert in, right? And answering the questions that they have. Instead of talking over their head, this happens a lot, right? Right? Start basic. Talk to the people online like everyone's in kindergarten. How would you explain liquid collagen to a kindergartner? Start there. What is collagen? Is it like made out of cheese? Is it a cow product? Is it you need to go dumb it down so small so that my brain, who's never taken it before and doesn't even really know where it came from, didn't even know that I was producing it in my body and I lost it, feels okay and safe learning that from you and doesn't feel dumb when I didn't know that before. I hope this is tracking. If you are watching live still and this is making sense, can you just drop a 1 in the comments so I can see? Because I really love the interaction I get with you guys. All right. So start small, start simple, and oh, good. I'm getting ones. Good. Thank you. And make sure you're helping people and staying in your niche. The niche part's a really big part. And I know some people will argue with me about this. They'll be like, but they love it. But my following loves it when I post my pug. I'm not saying they don't love it. I'm saying you need to not confuse your audience. Use your pug, but have your pug in your lap when you're talking about, does your pug produce collagen? I don't know. Is it bad for dogs? Don't let them have it, right? Make sure that I know every time I fall into your world what you're an expert in. Make it a safe space for me to be, which means that you're not overcomplicating things. You're not talking over our heads. You're having fun. You're making it light. And make sure you're doing some research on what I actually want to know, right? So use those tools, answerthepublic.com, or use an AI that you might already use. There's all different ones. And if you haven't stepped into the world of AI yet, there's nothing to be afraid of. I know I still talk to some people that are like, it's creepy. The robots are coming for us. Yeah, sure, maybe. I don't know. It's very possible the robots are coming. But there's robots now that can mimic emotions and roll their eyes and things. Look, as I go way back here, hide behind my sign. It is creepy, you guys, but you're also going to be left behind and you're going to be working a lot longer and a lot harder than you have to. So I can't imagine what our parents thought. I mean, I know I was around when Google was invented, but I was still a kiddish person. So I can't imagine what our grown parents thought when Google dropped and they were like, you can ask this thing anything? Is it going to know all of my private history? Right? So it's not the first time we've advanced quickly when it comes to tech. And it breaks my heart seeing people who are using social media to market their business to not lean into new tech. That does break my heart. Just wait until you learn about quantum computing. Just Google that one or follow Tiffany. She'll talk to you all about it. The robots have been amongst us for years. I feel like that should be the title of a punk rock song. I'm glad you're inspired. Falling off the horse is easy to do, but it is detrimental to your influence. And ultimately what we're trying to do here is grow our influence. It will kill your influence. It'll kill it. It'll kill your credibility. It'll kill your influence. It's kind of like saying to, like a workout group, right? You have friends, 5 friends, and all of you are going to work out and you're like, yeah, I'm going to work out. I'm going to do it every day. Doing it every day. And then you show up twice and you never show up again. And then the next time they're like, we're going to have a book club. And you're like, yeah, I'm going to read the books. I'm going to read them every day. They're not inviting you. They don't trust you, right? So think about it like that. It does. It's huge. And being consistent is huge with credibility. It's huge with influence. And if you want to acquire that kind of big influence that you might admire in another creator, then you do have to be consistent and you do have to show up every day. You don't have to like it every day. There are some days that I'm like, I wish social media was never invented, right? Real talk. Some days that I feel that way. I still show up every day because it builds my business, even on the weekends. Although I already have everything batched and I just hit, post. I'm not saying it's always healthy. I'm just saying it's grown my business. My business is still small. I'm not even 2 years old yet, right? My company. And you do in the beginning, especially if you haven't grown that massive business yet, you are in hustle mode. Or maybe you're in the second hustle mode of your business where you grew it and now it's scaling up again. You just have to know that marketing is huge. And you know what? Okay, I'll say this too. Now I'm rambling and I'm sorry. I do ramble. I can ramble a bit. I will say this as well. You can find virtual assistants for very inexpensive to press the buttons for you, but you have to create the content. So you can take a week off and you can have a virtual assistant in the Philippines somewhere who's brilliant and smarter than most American college students or whatever, right? And can handle that for you, but you have to take the time out to create the content. So be conscious about that, be disciplined in that, if and only if you want to use social media to grow your business. If you don't, then do whatever you want and just have fun. But if you want to use social media to grow your influence and grow your business, get disciplined. And ask the people what they want to know. Another great idea is just to take a poll. Do you have any questions for me about collagen? What would be the one question you would ask me about leggings? What would be the one question that you would ask me about skincare? What's your biggest skincare issue? Maybe give them 4 different options and a multiple choice type of thing in your stories. And then, rambling is a sign of genius? Yes. Knew it. I was a horrible student academically, just like couldn't pass anything. It's because I'm smart. Yeah, take a poll in your stories and see what the people want, and then take the results from that poll, and that's what you create content out of. Even if it is just a word thread, if it's a reel, and you know you can do reels without your face too. Go use an app like CapCut. It's free, you guys. You guys, some of you are making this harder on yourselves than it needs to be. Go into CapCut, hit the little, it's free. Hit the little template button and see all of the reels that have already been made for you and input some stuff. Stop making excuses and get on social media, grow that influence, and make that money, honey. Okay, that's it for today. How long did we even go? I don't know. Am I just rhyming now, everything? 22 minutes? Wow. Love you guys. Until next time. How do I end it?